listed. Put it into the Withering Frostbod playlist. Then... Oh, hush, little butterfly. Alright, I think we're live. We finally get the backstory for Podgic Potiljumper. I know you guys were looking forward to this, almost on the same levels as Gort lore, but, you know, it's finally happening. Yeah, they have. Days they have waited. Don't call me fraudulent, Tyler. Okay. Okay, so, what's your general backstory so I get, like, a feel? Like, where are you living right now? What's your story? Tempest Town. Then the frost hit. Did that at age 10. Okay. So, we're here. Where are you living right now? Like, what kind of a place are you living in? You just being nomadic? Okay. So, 20 years after the withering frost, old Podgic Potiljumper awakes in his inn, and he hears a knock on his door. Hey! Get out! So you see a tiny kinku who is about he's about the same height as you, thank God. Hey, the boss told me to tell you to get out of this room. I don't want your money, you whore. We've been waiting too long, and it's time for you to get out. You've rented this room without paying us for 6 days. Get out! Get out of my head! Behind the tiny kinku walks up two what they look like mob people, you know, like they're wearing fancy suits and dresses and not dresses, but fancy suits and ties, and They walk up and they're extremely buff. I suggest you get going now. Did they get your internet? Hello? They got him. No. They took him out back. Go on with the party. What is the party wiener? Isaac, I want you to tell me right now what the party wiener is. Like a cocktail sausage? What the hell is the party wiener? Why would I know party wiener? What is party wiener? Just tell me. It cannot be that hard to just tell me what party wiener is. Hold on. Speak now. No, I'm not gonna Google party wiener. I'm trying to figure out why I can't hear Jacob. Alright, speak now or forever hold your flam. Oh, good news, Isaac. It's telling me about a fancy moon today, so good news. Alright, I'm gonna try. Can you wait? Isaac, can you hear Jacob? Right as we start the session too. Alright. It's not because enough about party wiener. Alright, that's it. I'm looking up party wiener. If you don't tell me, I'll be forced to. Alright. He's gonna restart his PC, so hopefully we can continue. Ah. It's a cocktail wiener. That's literally the thing that I told you about. A cocktail sausage. That is a party wiener. Okay, so what is a party wiener? So what are you talking about then, Isaac? What is your definition of party wiener? Oh my god, Isaac. Why would I know party wiener? No, they don't, Isaac. You're making it up, and you're doing it to spite me, because I know you two will. What? Isaac, I can't take it anymore. I'll be forced to kill myself because of you, Isaac. Just remember that anytime you feel good about yourself. I'll do that and feel better. What the fuck is party wiener? Just tell me what party wiener is. Hold on. Give me just a second, I'm pissing. Okay. I do that all the time, you guys just don't know. Yeah, this is the special episode. Look, chances are, there's like a 50% chance every time you're talking to me that like my dick isn't dick in hand, pissing. Like it's always a 50% chance, and you should always fear for that. No, it's okay. we had a whole argument about party wiener. Anyways, why what is Party Wiener? Oh, my chair just went lower. So, anyways, so the Kinku, he's standing there, the big puddle jumper. What's his face? Two buff like people that look like they're so. Two but I think he's actually but. So two buff people that look like they're associated with the boss that you talk to get this in walk up. I suggest you leave the inn. You wander out, and you you stumble past the two big guys, barely having any room to step through. As as you leave, you walk past the town. You've been very familiar with it over the past 3 days. There's lots. Whoops. 6 days. 6 days. Very familiar. Yeah. Stay to yourself for half of them. Give me just 1 second. He'll come back when he's ready. I did the dispatch of him. So you're very familiar with the residents. A couple elves, a couple of scaly dinosaur people, a lot of feathery ones. Um, yeah. You recognize you see somebody you don't recognize out there, who is a walking, talking cactus who looks like this. Hold on. Let me send you his picture. I'm gonna send it in this server. So imagine he has color, but he looks like that. He's wearing a poncho. He's got a big cowboy hat. He walks up. He looks at you, and he points at you. Yeah. He starts waving, and doing the hand gesture to call you to move over here. Oh. Alright, now I gotta hold my nose. Oh, thank God you noticed I was calling for you. Um, say, have you seen any of these guys around? And he holds out a piece of paper, and you see what looks like a black dragonborn, a red what looks like a crocodile man, a race you've never seen, and a small halfling holding some sort of skull of something. Darn. I've been looking all over for these dudes. Back at well, it used to be a town, but now it's a labyrinth. There's a big bounty on the head if you can get even just one of these guys. So, safe to say, I've been looking through every town I can. About 40 plat per one of these guys. Pretty good. you know, maybe a two-man job could be a lot easier than just one. Nice to meet you. What's your name? Ah, I'm Kegtar. Kegtar the cactus. Well, isn't that good? Well, seeing as those guys aren't in this town, we might wanna. Have you seen? You there any other towns nearby you think there might be or something? I'm bad at this. I'm not a good bounty hunter. He sort of like leans over and tips his hat, like in sadness. Yes. So you see a map. In it, it shows the wilds, and a couple small towns dotted about here. You also see up north is Labyrinth Town, which the picture of it has been scribbled out. And above it, you see Tempest Town, which you know is where your family resides. Some of them. Oh, what's so special about that place? That sounds like. Tools aren't very sharp when it comes to big dinosaur people. Especially ones that don't seem like any other race I've ever seen. Yeah, good idea. We'll go on foot until we get to the Labyrinth Town. Then I can probably procure us a carriage. I know the guys there. It's my job. My nose! Yeah. So, Kegtar follows behind, just joyous as he can, arms at angles, probably because they might have to be. But as you guys go through the woods, you see strange rabbits. They look normal, but they turn and look at you like they're watching you the whole way. Yeah. I said yeah, sorry, it didn't pick up on my mic, I don't think. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So, do you, do you, do you see it? Like, what am I talking about? Do you see the rabbits? Make a, animal handling check, because you do have to get kind of close, and they sit you. Animal handling. I don't remember what the proficiency is for that one. Okay. One of the rabbits notices you, and scurries off. There are two. There are two others that were watching you. Yeah, that one specific. They were like trying to keep their distance, but you're close enough now that when that one ran off, you're in range. So you detect that they do have some sort of magic, and it seems to be necrotic magic. What seems to be the problem? Oh, great. Um, we're only about 30 minutes from Labyrinth Town. We should probably get a move on. So, you see Kegtar just dart off into the distance as faster than you've ever seen a cactus run. Seeing as yeah, uh, yeah. As you go by, Kegtar looks up at you and he goes, "Oh, come on! You know how stiff these cactus joints can get after running for so long?" Huh. He's still like running at full speed, but he reaches up his hands like trying to grab at you. Yeah. Yeah. My bad. Sometimes I forget I'm inhabiting a cactus body. So after, because I was actually doing the running bit. I don't know why, but I was like, yeah, running while holding my nose closed is a good idea. And now I'm all tuckered out. So since you guys are running at max speed, after about 15 minutes of running, eventually you make it to Labyrinth Town, which is a huge labyrinth with buildings in the walls, um, commune, communes outside. There are bards playing music to the others, and just from the entrance, you can see that multiple different races. You see one building which is covered in gold, and it says, what's the word? The Bounty House. Right there. That's where I got the bounty from. You could probably talk to him about joining me for money. Um, he he has a wooden hand and a scruffy beard, and he appears to be lighting candles around the desk of the little like market stall desk of the bounty house. Oh God, hold on. I have forgotten his voice. Okay, hold on. I'll just come up with a new one. Oh, hi. You, you interrupted me in the middle of my ceremony. It's a good thing I haven't taken my clothes off yet. Um, yeah, can go get you the actual head bounty hunter. I was just using this space because it was vacant. Sorry. He like stumbles off into the darkness. So, as he stumbles off into the darkness, up walks. You can't see much, but it looks like a huge worm head, like the skull of a like worm, like WYRN. Yeah. Hello, traveler. Who might you be? You see him put two human hands on the desk, and he says, and you see like you see one eye at the edge of one of the eye holes of the worm skull. I don't have a name. I'm just the head bounty hunter. What do you want business in Labyrinth Town? Hmm. Well, who who you turning in? Oh, I see. Cactus. We love Cactus. Just call him that. Ugh. Those were the ones that we sent after the Lich. They killed 3 of our biggest leaders with what they did. You bring in all 3 of them, I'll give you 120 platinum. Everyone. But I warn you, Potiljumper. Everyone's been looking for them. They've seen glimpses of 2 of them, but it's like the halfling's completely gone. Like she's been erased. Good luck to you. Don't let them get to you with their necrotic magic. He stumbles off into the darkness. The big worm coming at you. Oh yeah, don't worry. He's been carrying that worm skull around since we killed him. The bookworm, not him. He's still alive. Well, if I'm a big boulder that fell on his head, then I guess technically I killed him. Nah, I'm just kidding. A big boulder fell on his head and killed him. Some questions are better left unanswered, Potiljumper. God took over Kegtar for a bit, holy. Do not question the skull of the bookworm. Well, you still want to go to Tempest Town looking for him, or you want to go into the bog? Don't go into the bog. Nobody who wanders in there ever comes out alive. No further explanation. So, yeah. You hear like a racket noise, and then you see he stumbles back in. The skull guy. It says here that the three you're seeking were last seen in Tempest Town. Can we get a carriage? Fine. So he stumbles out, and you can see now that he's not in darkness. You can see that like his little legs poking out at the bottom. The rest of him, his legs and hands are poking out, but the rest of him is covered up by that huge skull that he's been lugging around. No, he's more like. Hold on. I kind of want to make a quick sketch of this dude because he's quite stupid. I'll do that real fast. Oh, he is. He's stupid and he sounds stupid. The retarded voice for this dude. God, this is the worst. Nobody cares. So to just kind of give you the gist, he's just a dude, right? But this is what he's wearing. So he's just got this huge skull that he's carrying around for no discernible reason. There he is. So he walks you over, and you guys pile into a carriage. And the carriage is headed by you know what a parasaurolophus is? Okay, it's carried by one of those. It's just a normal elf, like a normal wood elf that's carrying you guys. And yeah. So you guys, as you walk through the path, it's currently the warmer season, so it's still frigid outside, but the snow is not covering the ground. So as you go, you see remnants of what look to be a dojo destroyed, like completely toppled to the ground. Further along your journey, you see a huge tower that leads indiscernibly high. No end in sight. You also see like three skeletons around it. And eventually, you see Tempest Town. But it doesn't look like it used to when you grew up. When you grew up, Tempest Town was falling apart in horrible poverty. Just awful. You remember the mayor was a horrible, sleazy person who would take any money from anyone he could. But as you go up to Tempest Town, you see beautiful marble, gilded, like, what's the word for it? The corners of stuff. Like, trim, gilded trim. The houses are nice, built up. There's even a bar. Everything looks nice, which is unusual. Hello, Father. What are we cooking for dinner? Okay. Sorry. Anyway. The hello, Father was me talking to my dad, but what? but but yeah. Uh, the guy stops and the wood elf says, "All right, there's your stop. I'm taking old Bessie back." Uh, your cactus pal trips and falls, face planting directly into the cobblestone stairs that lead down to Tempest. Yeah. He gets up, dusts himself off, and you two bask in the glory of Tempest Town. So you see somebody walk up. He's wearing kingly garbs, a big crown, and he's like extremely pale with pupilless eyes and black eyeshadow. What are you doing? We're in a state of emergency right now. No, no problem. You know the Great Kingdom, right? Yeah, everybody knows about the Great Kingdom. It's like the best city in the world. They're not very happy with us right now. Well, okay, look, me and my wife, um, we tried to warn them to not. Well, we told them about this monster in the bog, and they wanted to go to war with them, but we said that that's a terrible idea. They got more mad. So we sent a few royal advisors up there to talk to them. Oh, the thing in the bog is not a normal beast. The thing in the bog is a god. I think only like 5 people know he exists. I didn't want to, but some people drugged me out there. Um, would you like to stay at the inn? I'm sure Matilda Puddlejumper would like to see you. She likes to greet every visitor. So that's what everybody says. They say they like my wife, but they hate me, and I don't get it. I don't get why nobody likes me. My kind of guy right here. Hector's gonna be like leaning over your shoulder and hearing everything, and he's gonna be like, "You know the Queen of Tempest Town?" Just completely dense to the fact that you have the same last name. Only the smartest cactus. Don't worry, Cactar was this stupid back in the day too. Nope, not a single one. So, no, he definitely doesn't have a skull. He's got a tube. He got a big plant tube. So, the pale man walks you towards this lavish castle and walks you inside. Matilda, there's a new visitor. So, you see. Oh, go ahead. Your sister's got you so angry you can't even talk. Yes, wouldn't it be nice? It's been a long time. No, they didn't write you into the. They didn't write you into the will. Hmm. Who's your friend that you brought with you? Yeah, I'm not special or anything. Now I'd like to know, why did you come back to Tempest Town? Hmm. She steps down and steps off of her like little throne and walks off into the other room and gestures for the pale guy to follow her. Yeah, okay. So you now stand in an empty throne with an empty throne room with a cactus next to you. Yeah, this place is kind of flashy. Not my favorite. Nor that stuff I said about being excited to be here. So the cactus gestures you to follow, or gestures for you to follow. Yeah. He takes out the wanted poster and starts. Has anyone seen these people? Anyone at all? No, he like gestured for you to follow, and you guys like walked out of the throne room. Yeah. You know, as much as I hate to say it, I feel like if Pale Man said that your sister greets everyone who comes into the town, right? She would know if these guys have been in here. Thank you. I try to hide my intelligence because usually when it comes out, I remember how sad my life was. What even happened between you two? had a I had a divorce. Still had one though. It's alright. The afterlife's treating me better after all. Well, seeing as I'm a man of resolving family dramas, how about I give you the paper and you go talk to her alone? And he's like waving the paper in front of you. Good luck out there. Yeah. So the throne room is still empty, but you see the towards the room where your sister left. Um and it's a hallway that has two doors. Two doors next to it. So you walk in and it's an empty, like huge table. It looks like a dining table or possibly a meeting table. There's nothing really of note in there except for like a map. Do you wish to go to the other room or investigate the map? Okay. This map looks different. Roll a history check for me. Mm. You can re-roll it though, since don't forget about lucky. Woo! So this appears to be a map of what used like it's in the same area as the Great Kingdom, but it looks slightly different than the last time you've been there. You also see the distance between it and Tempest Town, which once again looks different, but you've been here, so you can tell that that is a representation of Tempest Town. And further out, what looks to be probably about a day's journey, is this huge swamp, which contrasts everything else in the surrounding landscape. And it seems to unnaturally, have an unnatural circular border. And you see this big wooden statue of a impossibly large monster. Which, if I can find the picture, I'll send. A statue of this thing is in the middle. There's little, little, drawings of. They're really bad quality, but it kind of looks like a dude, a turtle, um, what looks like a dragon, kind of, and a crocodile. A red crocodile, a halfling holding a skull, and a black dragonborn. Okay. In the other room is locked. You try to open it, and um, ooh, 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 ooh. Ignore that noise. Let me let Isaac know that he can. That'll work. Jesus. Like a blood splatter on the ground that used to be a bunch of dogs. Ugh, that's an awful sentence. So, oh yeah. So you open the door and you see your sister, who is kind of she's like slumped over crying on her bed. Yeah, you can. So that seems to be, or actually, there's one more room. You go in it and it's just a bathroom. That's all it is. No, not John. Christmas time is here. So, oh, go ahead. Oh yeah. This seems to be all. There's another hallway of the castle with three other rooms. All right. So, the first room is unlocked. As you open the door, you see you see belongings of uh like just random belongings. You see Jesus, what do they have? There's like a pile of a couple pieces of silver next to a deck of cards. There's a red scale, like four of them on one of the beds. There's four beds in this room. There is oh jeez. There's a bunch of candles and a scrubbed out symbol on the floor. Okay. So this symbol doesn't seem to be magic in nature, but divine. Uh, there are two more. So, room number two is already like slightly like hinged open. So you push it open, and it's another bedroom. This time only one bed, and you see um a bottle of whiskey on the ground broken, and you see a pale, pallid elf who only looks to be about 150 years old. I think that's right. That would be. She would be 17 in human years, is what I'm getting at. And she is like passed out drunk on her bed. There's one more room. No, go ahead. So you knock on the door, and you hear hello? Who's in there? Or out there? No, nobody ever realizes I'm in here. It's a sad, sad day for a sad, sad. Whatever. I'm sad. Nah, it's okay. I got kicked out of my territory by the other two sirens that live in the hooker bar. I don't know how I'm ever gonna eat again. Yeah, the other two sirens. The hooker bar. I'm a siren. We need to establish that I am a siren. It's hearing this like muffled voice through the door. Fair enough. Sad, sad day. You start hearing a song, but you get out of the range before that's a problem. And that seems to be. Yeah, that seems to be all the rooms in the castle. Oh no. Yeah, lift a bank, got some. Okay. Hello, compatriot. How'd that go? Did she give you info on the guys? He's just been like sitting out there fiddling with dirt for a while. What? I like the cactus. I like to imagine you said that in character, and the cactus is just like, huh? What? Oh my god. Hi, Ender. We're doing a session 0. You can stick around. The big keg tar is back. Anyways, as we were, Jacob. As we were, Podrick. Oh, I know the red crocodile guy carries around that big hammer. He destroyed the labyrinth. He ran right into it with his face. I was watching. He couldn't see me though, because I painted myself labyrinth color. Yeah, the bounty that they took in was for the Lich, but the Lich like killed 3 people in the town, so that's why there's a bounty on their heads. Learning some things you don't know, Zorklo. You know, it's pretty big target on your head right now. It's a good thing you guys are out of town now. Isn't it a crazy idea that'll get us $140 for taking in those 3 heads? Yeah, good enough. So, what's the $1 million idea again? Million platinum idea again? Oh. Oh, so you think that the thing in the swamp is the lich that messed us up? Uh, okay. Um, do you know where this swamp is? Maybe we could go there. Rough them up. Oh, so you still didn't talk to your sister. You will one day. Everyone solves everyone solves family drama around Cactar. Alright. So yeah, kill God. So you guys make your journey to the bog. It takes do you guys do it on foot? Okay. So you guys walk for most of the day, set up camp at night, and then after what feels like about 2 days of walking, including resting and cooking meals and making your journey, the two of you reach the bog, and you can see a line where it seems to where the bog starts and the outside world ends. Do you wish to enter the bog? So you step into the bog, and it feels warm. Warmth you haven't felt in 20 years. And then your feet begin to sink into the mud. Okay. Roll a dexterity. Well, no. No, this isn't a dexterity thing. Roll a constitution check. Yeah. It's just about getting out of the mud. Okay. Your will allows you to get out of the mud and um climb on to your cloak. Or you don't climb onto your cloak, you just float up. Like that's how cloaks work. It's on you. My turn. You look over and you see the cactus step into the swamp, and he keeps sinking until all you can see is the very tip of his head and his hat. Uh oh. See if yeah. Um how well, this is a different Kegtar. He's not carrying too much. Um so you're you pick him up a little bit, but it doesn't seem to work. He's too heavy. But you see him like arms come up, he flails about, and somehow he manages to make it back to like before the entrance of the bog, coated in mud. Yeah, I don't really want to lose this vessel. I think I might be stuck up here forever if I do. Do you? So you're just slightly above the mud. Okay. So the bog's, yeah, the bog's roots are like twisted, um, and it's huge trees that cover most vision. Make me a perception check. You feel like something's watching you. You're not sure what though. So you keep going through the bog, and eventually this huge mushroom appears in front of you. It looks like it's leaking some sort of green gas. Okay. So, as you go further, you see more and more of the mushrooms and more of the gas, and you see um, skeletal, like arms of skeletons reaching up, like sunken into the mud. But even with your gas mask, you start to become drowsy. Okay, you can definitely see it now. So, are you above? Wait, are you above the tree line? Okay, so you know that picture I sent you earlier? He's looking at you. He do the noise. You hear that noise bellowing from the beast. And this thing is like 400 feet tall, like impossibly large. Um, it only looks to be about 100 feet away. Only for it is because it's not too far of a walk for him, but he does seem to be pretty far away. Go forth with your magic aura detection. So, oh, so you sense some sort. You can feel some sort of magic being projected um, from the skeletons. Funnily enough, but it this thing feels more divine in nature, like something not even you could detect. You see, as you start to leave, you see the deep blue of its eyes and the roots start to move, and they're such a deep blue. You feel so tired. Constitution saving throw. Whew. You close your eyes. You feel yourself start to fall, and when you open your eyes, you're in a black void with a mahogany desk in front of you, covered like with roots all around it. It does not seem like it. This is somewhere you've never been, somewhere you could never understand. And uh but as you stand there in fear, a figure walks up. He looks like the monster you saw, but different. And if you go into character art, you'll see what he looks like. It looks like that without the crown. Yeah. Without that like bird wing, or without that like big pterosaur wing. He's just got two normal hands. Do you regret what you have done? You could have been there. Those lives that were lost at Tempest Town, you could have stopped them if you didn't hold a grudge. You still had a part in that falling out. Your family. The reason they left you out of the will. It's because of what you did. They still loved you. But you never came back to them. What's like an attack spell you have? Okay. You cast magic missile and it goes through him like dust, and he reforms. I want you to join me. Everyone that comes into this swamp has things they regret. If you give in and sink into that mud, you will be reborn anew with no regrets. What did he put together? He's building Legos over there? Putting together some Legos. Yay, my Duplos! Anyways, what did Podgic put together for this guy? Oh, Isaac, your favorite character, Kegtar's back. He's gonna kill that thing as soon as he gets back to Tempest Town, dude. Kegtar is done. in a session 0, yeah. Anyways, Podrick, what you putting together? Oh, come on, somebody doesn't know who Kegtar is. Anyways, Jacob? What? No! Well, he did die long ago. You were there. You remember it happening. Oh, come on. He looks cooler now. Scroll up a bit. Hmm. He does have legs now. He's out. He's out. He's only 4 foot tall here. He's got the same name. He sounds more nasally now to differentiate him, but he's got. Let me restart my PC one more time. Okay. Hi, I'm Kegtar. I'm looking for. Hey, wait a minute. You're that guy on the bounty hunter image. You're the guy from the wanted poster. But you also look big and strong, so I'm not gonna do anything about it. Just how I remember him, yeah. He's already done something stupid. But there's like, he's like sapping intelligence through his moron wall, so. Like, you can see bits of like smart coming through. Yeah, man, I don't want to die in this swamp. I'll lose my vessel. What the hell is Kektar's backstory in that campaign? White baby. What you know about the white baby? He killed he killed a bunch of kids and like stuffed their souls into like cats and cactuses and shit. But oh my god, he was just William Afton. Like what? Why? Why is that the perfect host? Like Kektar in this universe has a reason to be in the cactus. Like there's a reason his soul is there. Like Jesus. We already learned that he's had a divorce from earlier. God, I love Keg. God, I missed Kegtar. I mean, I would too, but I think deep down we all missed Kegtar. There's a little piece of him in all of us. Oh my god. All right. After all these years, what is Podrick putting together? I know. This poor man. evil microphone of doom, despair, and everything unfair. Hey, at least we can hear you. the the big keg tower is back. Yeah. But it's a miracle. Anyways, Jacob Flam. What's Podrick putting together? Yeah. Yeah. So you see, Oh, hi. Okay. So wait, who are you bringing? Oh, derailment of hell. Hi, Kyo. I think he realized we were playing D&D and instantly had to get out. What? He knew that and he still. Oh, okay. Anyways, you see the shadowy bird man start to shake and his eyes grow big, and you see a very shadowy crown appear that's still made out of the same like dust that he is. And he turns to look at you. You're looking for the child, correct? The one holding the skull? In your wanted picture. Yes. The halfling. He points at the halfling, who looks like a 30-year-old halfling. This isn't a prophecy. Find her. I will let you out of my head if you find her and bring her to me. I have asked many, but they have all failed. And don't betray me like the others. You see his fingers snap, and you wake up, and you're like sinking into the mud a little bit. Like, like you've fallen into the mud and you're starting to sink slightly. Hello? Podrick? Is your mic has your mic once more failed? No, okay, I can hear you. We can hear you now. DP. Yeah, Deadpool. No way. Get a load of this guy. Yeah. Yeah. So you see the border of the swamp, and you see Kegtar still covered in mud, who's just kind of kicking back and trying to like scrape the mud off of himself. Oh, okay. Were they not in there? Uh, does that mean we have to walk all the way back to Tempest Town? Shit. So do you two walk back to, or I guess fly back to Tempest Town? Yeah. Well, he walks back to Tempest Town. He's too heavy. You just need to go back to Tempest Town, my friend, and all will be answered. They're about to enter Tempest Town. At least I think they're about to enter Tempest Town. I mean, with the stuff that's gonna go down next session, you guys better end up in Tempest Town. Am I right or am I right? Okay. So, do you go back to Tempest Town? Okay. Okay. After a day's journey, you two make it back. Kegtar jumps into a lake to wash himself off, and the whole walk. Uh, the cactus boy. Well, you want to rest for a couple days? Maybe then we can do a better search. And right as you say that, you hear an extremely loud roar, and to your right is an armored Tyrannosaurus and 3 royal guards. And that's where we're going to end your session 0. Podrick, Podrick living his worst life.